Oh, there you are. Welcome back to another episode of NAZHOEN Express Travelogue. This time we'll be exploring Samtse, the land of oranges. Samtse Dzongkhag is approximately 1,500 square kilometers, and it is one of the 7 Dzongkhags that shares an international border with India. This subtropical Dzongkhag has an estimated population of about 6,000 as per the 2008 census record. Most of the inhabitants are Hosampas, people of Nepali background, making Hosam the dominant language being spoken in Samtse. Welcome to Samtse! So Samtse also happens to be a border town just like Punsaling, and as you notice, right by where the gate is, there's a lot of activity. People from both sides crisscross. This is an amazing thing, but I'm gonna go check out Samtse town. Samtse town, known as Chamarchi in the local vernacular, due to its proximity to India, happens to be a small town compared to the major towns in Bhutan. If I describe Samtse town in a few words, I would say it's a pit stop to arrange your transportation to begin your adventures of Samtse Dzongkhag. Thank you. You drink hot tea in hot weather, it warms you up inside, and the outside air feels cooler than it really is. As I'm always looking for adventures, this time around, adventure decided to come to me in many tiny packages. Fun with the kids makes an interesting way to pass for waiting time and take your mind off the scorching heat. This is Samtse! Ha! So today I'm here in Samtse town. The weather is great, it's nice and warm. It's a small town, but it's a bustling town. And this seems to be the center of everything. And wherever you want to go in Samtse, this is where it starts from. And Samtse town is quite amazing. Today I'm here at Gurung Basti Samtse, where the descendant of Soreni Palace resides in. And that house over there is where Madam Gurung lives in, the granddaughter of the builder of Soreni Palace. And I want to go talk to her to find out about Soreni Palace and her ancestors. Hello, Madam Gurung. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. So it's actually really delightful for me to actually meet a descendant of Soreni Palace. So I was just kind of wondering, who actually built Soreni Palace?
चाहिँ गर्जमान गुरुङ हो उ चाहिँ उसको नक्सा यहाँ छ हजुर अनि ब्रिटिसको पालामा उले ब्रिटिसबाट पनि राई बहादुर टाइटल पाएको उसले बनाएको हो
Madam Gurung and her sisters immediately starts opening up to me as they recall their fondest memories with their large extended family and the time they spent having family picnics at the summer and the winter Soreni palaces. She tells me of great times spent with her grandfather, some memories putting a smile on her face, while other memories making her yearn for those yesteryears, trying to hold back tears. Madam Gurung tells me how during the British entourage to Bhutan during the late 1800s, the British military had entitled her grandfather to a Rai Bahadur status, a title equivalent to a penlop. It was during his reign that the family decided to build a summer palace in Samtse region and a winter palace in the Indian side. So this is Soreni Palace in its glory, and as you notice, there's a lot of windows and doors. And when you count them all around, there was 52 doors, and this is what this palace is known for. This is the first palace rather. This was built by his father really, and he built the Soreni Palace. So I can't wait to go check out these palaces. I mean. With so much rich history behind it, I want to see what it actually looks like with my own eyes. Thank you very much. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. This Gurung family heirloom is located about 45 minutes drive south of the border. This lonely palace almost seems out of place. From the very first glance, the prominent British influence is vividly apparent. The front facade of the palace just screams Victorian England-styled architecture. Though Father Time, weather, and lack of maintenance has definitely withered the finer details of its Victorian design, one can immediately see that once this palace was something out of the ordinary, especially at the time of its golden days. But as the famous author once said, all things fall apart, and when Victorian-style architecture withers, there is a ghostly, ghastly atmosphere that surrounds the palace. It almost seems to come alive with supernatural presence that awakens all the fearsome demons from the darkest recesses of your mind.
So I guess this is what Madame Gurung was talking about. She says the house holds one of the oldest piano given as a gift by the British Empire, and this is quite old. Wow. I mean, the place itself is quite huge. There's a lot of rooms. There's balconies all around the house. I mean, definitely it is a winter residence because this side of Samtse would be really, really hot. I mean, Samtse itself, the climate in Samtse is really hot, and this would be an amazing, amazing winter home. Almost looks like a haunted house to me, really. Every room that I'm entering, my heart is beating tuk 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 because I don't know what's gonna come out. Maybe something might come out. Wow. I'm not even sure if the floors are stable, but wow. I can imagine. I mean, this palace or this house must have had a lot of history. I'm not even sure how old these things are, but it's there. It's not maintained at all. So I'm entering the master bedroom, and this is the master bedroom. There's a cracked plank down there, and this bed frame is the same bed frame that has lasted. I mean, it's all rusted, but this was the master bedroom, and that seems to be the bathroom. It's quite dark in there. Most of the time, I'm a brave man, but just because of the condition of the house and just the aura of the house, it's giving me the chills. So I'm not gonna go in there, but you can take a peek. And the last time this palace was repaired was in 1953. That's a long time ago. That's why it's in such a bad shape, and I'm even surprised that the structure is intact, especially because of the recent earthquake. There's a lot of cracks in the wall. That's probably due to the earthquake, but it's still intact. I'm still kind of afraid to walk around because these planks, floor planks, might be rotten. I could probably fall through it, but I'm surprised it's intact. So let's go check out upstairs. I see a staircase over there. Maybe we could find something crazy up there. Come on. So I'm going upstairs, and it's the attic, and I think I'm gonna like it because it's nice and light up here. Oh wow! If this was maintained properly, I can imagine my winters when it's really, really cold up here up there in Thimphu. You just come here, you put some coffee table, some benches, and just relax. I'm not sure what's in here. Whoa, bees. Thank God. And just relax. That's a lot of bees over there. I think I just disturbed the beehive. I think it's probably best that we move downstairs because if they get angry, they'll attack us.
But as the day winds down and the sun begins to set gradually, the creepy thrills and chills also subside, slowly crawling back to the darkest nooks and corners. So I sit as the sun sets, wondering of all the good things, but it is soon time to go, to get moving.
So I had such an amazing time exploring the palace. It was almost like taking a trip back 200 years ago. This is beautiful.
But keeping the Edgar Allan Poe-esque thoughts on the side, I almost wished I could have seen this palace in its golden days, glistening and glimmering in the Indian sun, full of activity, little children playing on the front lawn, and the elderly relaxing in the attic. With my heart beating faster and slower at the same time, I head further towards Sipsu on this brand new day with hopes of new adventures and discoveries. I start my journey from a famous landmark, Daina Bridge, the longest motorable bridge that exists in Bhutan.
This is amazing. I'm standing on the longest motorable bridge here in Bhutan, and it's more than 300 meters lengthwise, and I'm on my way to Sipsu, and this bridge connects me to Sipsu. Hello.
This particular drive is an amazing drive because the condition of the road is immaculate, offering a smooth cruise with beautiful scenery. And when you come to a place like this, a detour is a must. So I decided to stop over at a place called Yosilse, where the farmers are busy harvesting their crops. A place like Yosilse is exactly what makes traveling exceptionally worth the while. And taking these little unexpected detours on the road is what makes one's journey that much richer.
Check out up there. Check out up there. I think they're using oxen to grind the rice. I think that's what it is. So let's go check it out. That should be something really interesting. This is really cool here. Check this out, guys. Namaste, uncle. Namaste. So, it's not actually grinding. They're just stepping on it to make it looser, I guess. So, I just was informed by Auntie that this is called dyeing, and what this does is basically these bulls, these oxen, and they go around and around and loosen the grain, and it falls to the ground, and they do this round and round, and it makes it easier to collect the grain, which is what we eat, the rice. So this is a unique way of doing it. That's quite amazing. Make that rice. that delicious rice. This is awesome, and like I always say, the village life always brings me back to this philosophy of simplicity, and I'm just loving this. Thank you very much. That looks like a lot of fun, and I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try that big one. So here we go. Ready? Wow, I can't even get up. That's a lot of fun. Well, that was a whole lot of fun, but I gotta be going because I gotta make it to Sipsu. Bye-bye. Bye.
I would surely recommend any travelers to stop over at Yoselse on their way to Sipsu, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, to breathe in the scenery. The rest of the drive to Sipsu was so smooth, it ended just as it started. I enjoyed the drive so much that time had literally slipped through the cracks. By the time we reached Sipsu, I was greeted with a beautiful sunset. It almost seemed like the sun had enjoyed the day as much as I did, as it prepared for its long, sweet slumber.
That is such a beautiful sunset, and that side is India, and it's a nice walk to Sipsu.
The cool morning in Sipsu eventually brings out the residents preparing for the day's special venture. And eager to explore Sipsu town, I also rise to some beautiful, sweet sounds of the birds.
Ah, what sweet sound of the birds early morning here in Sipsu. And it's Sunday here in Sipsu, and you know what that means? That means it's Gola Bazaar time, and it's a happening spot here in Sipsu, so I can't wait to go explore it. Sipsu is one of the oldest towns in Bhutan. It's even older than Punsaling. And what's interesting about this town is all the houses are lined up by the main road. It reminds me of a cowboy town.
Like any cowboy town, the gaze is always on the newcomer. And being a newcomer, I felt the full strength of curious stares from the locals.
This is quite interesting. Sipsu's own saloon. Nice little saloon.
I tried to mind my own business, but I got the strangest feeling that I was being followed. As I peek over my shoulder, inconspicuously, I discovered that I was indeed being followed by some young guns. A bit nervous, I gradually, nonchalantly, fastened my pace in hopes of losing my pursuer. Soon the number of pursuers became a group. I decided to bolt out of there, but then my pursuers decided to give chase. Trying to intimidate my pursuers, I then decided to chase them. But little did I know, these kids were just curious and wanted to say hello.
Oh. We love NAZHOEN Express!
They also decided to show off some impressive dance moves.
Good job. That was a lot of fun in the town, but I'm on my way to Gola Bazaar, where it should be even more exciting, more people, really bustling, people shopping, selling, and I can't wait to go find out. So today I'm here at Gola Bazaar, which has been moved to Belbote. This market has been established since 1950s, and people from India, Samtse and Ha, they all gather here to sell, trade, buy. You can practically get anything you want here.
This ancient bazaar has become a melting pot of people, culture, food, and material goods.
You can get your shoes, slippers if you want. You could get your vegetables. And of course, oranges, because Samtse is known for oranges. Check these out. This is quite amazing. There's so much people here. And this is the main hub where people buy, sell, trade.
People from all over come to get everything that they need, including entertainment and meeting friends.
This is quite hectic here. A lot of people. It's almost like first come, first serve. You find something, you better buy it, because there's a lot of people that want to buy the same things.
Things get sold and bought at such a fast pace here, it's amazing how money gets exchanged.
But what I'm looking for is going to be something quite unique, something that I have never seen before. And I'm trying to polish my bargaining skills, so let's see how that goes.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything interesting.
These are all too small for me. I think these are for kids. Let's go to the next stall. These look so delicious.
But what did attract my senses, especially my smell receptors, are these delicious looking Indian treats. And I just couldn't resist but to treat myself to some scrumptious chatpati.
Thank you. Kanche. Ooh, this is really spicy.
One thing that seems quite popular among the youth on this hot afternoon are the homemade ice creams. And this ice cream is selling like hotcakes. And the youth are buying it up by the dozens.
So this is quite amazing. They're even selling ice cream here. Can I take a look? Homegrown Bhutanese ice cream. A lot of kids, you see a lot of kids just enjoying this street, but I want to go find out how they make this ice cream. So let's check it out.
I'm quite excited to find out how this Samtse's very own organic ice cream is made.
Kuzampo. Kuzampo. Nagi Tin. Gauri Shankar. Nice to meet you. And for all you people who love ice cream, Mr. Gauri Shankar will show us how to make ice cream. So any good ice cream starts with milk, and they start with boiling the milk first. And this is 100% organic cow's milk.
The procedure for making these delicious ice creams are quite simple. The main thing required is grade A organic milk, which is thoroughly boiled. It is then mixed with few sweetening and flavor enhancing ingredients. Mr. Shankar and his wife have been making ice cream for quite a number of years, and just so happens that they are the first and the only one to open up an ice cream business in Bhutan.
So this mixture basically contains milk, sugar, and coconut powder, and it's poured into these mini cups, and then the ice cream stick is put in there. So when he puts it in the freezer, it freezes, and after 24 hours, you have ice cream.
Wait for 24 hours.
And after 24 hours, you get the final product, ice cream. This is really, really good. Fantastic.
I wish I could stay here all day and gorge myself with ice cream, but sweeter discoveries are always awaiting ahead. Having my sweet tooth fully satisfied to the brim, I drive a little further to the very first coffee nursery in Bhutan. And I figured this just might be the right place to balance out the excess sugar in my system. I'm going to meet the general manager of the nursery who will show me around, and I'm hoping to learn a little bit about coffee. The Coffee Nursery was established in 2009 as a joint public-private partnership to serve as an alternative source of cash crops for the farmers of Sipsu. This nursery, along with a plantation, is 300 acres of government-reserved forest land.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? My name is Sangye.
Oh, my name is HR Gurung. I am the manager here in the coffee project.
Ah.
Welcome to Bhutan's first ever coffee plantation.
Wow. You heard that, guys? This is the first Bhutan coffee plantation and nursery. Right now we're at the nursery. Can we have a tour?
Yes, sure. Please.
Fantastic, please.
Please.
So when was this nursery built?
This nursery was built in May 2009.
2009.
Yes.
Ah. And how many coffee saplings are in the greenhouse? Total.
Total, we have around 250,000.
Wow, that's a huge number.
This project was initiated to basically improve the living standards of the farmers in terms of additional income, benefiting the environment, and lowering the risk of wildlife conflict, especially from elephants.
I've just found number one. So this was the first greenhouse ever built when this nursery started. But how many greenhouses are in the nursery as of now?
As of now, we have 28.
28. And each containing?
Each containing, the number is fluctuating.
Fluctuating.
We have around ranging from 3,500 to 6,800.
But total is more than 2 lakhs, as you
Yes,
said.
correct.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
The project also aims to give a significant amount of employment opportunity to the farmers and even to the youth. The nursery already has a significant amount of people employed to maintain and take care of the coffee saplings. The project also aims to train the farmers who are interested in cultivating coffee.
So, sir, I think, sir, this is the first stage.
This is the first stage.
Like that we have over here. And then this variety is called Arabica.
Arabica.
Because the early stage where the seeds have just germinated, it has already passed.
The season has already passed for
Yes,
that.
it has
Okay,
already passed.
I see.
So right now, this is the first stage that I can show you in this nursery over here.
Lasla. So Arabica coffee is it imported, sir?
Yes, we had imported some seeds from Nepal.
From Nepal.
Yes, in the year 2009.
I see. 2009. Okay. So this is the second stage, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's the difference, sir?
In the second stage, what we do is, sir, in the first stage, the saplings are quite cramped. So what we do is we just separate the saplings and we keep them quite giving
Distance
them space.
apart.
Yes,
right.
sir. We just keep them some distance so that they don't tend to they don't block the light of each other and all.
So there's no competition.
Yes, sir.
I see. So, and also it gives room for them to grow
And all.
strong. Do we also have local coffee, maybe?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah?
We have-
Can we go see it, sir?
Yes, sure, please.
Let's check out our local coffee. Check this out. So these coffee saplings here are local varieties. These were already seen grown here in this land, and this is what they have cultivated from the local brand. But this is local coffee from Bhutan. So that's gonna be our own homegrown that's been grown here since since everything has grown here, and this is where it came from, and I can't wait to just for these saplings to get big fruit, get the coffee out, grind it, take a smell early in the morning, and just take a sip and be like, that's local coffee. So tell me about these.
So these have been cut because to prevent the growth further, because right now the transplanting season is gone.
I
due to
see.
the onset of dry season.
I see.
So what we've done is we've just cut the stems just to prevent their growth.
I see.
So by spring, I think the new shoots will come out. In fact, they are coming out also.
They're already coming out.
Yes, they are. So by then it will be ready for transplanting, and the season also will be very right.
I see. And these will be planted at the
Yes,
plantation.
exactly.
And how big do they grow?
They grow to a height of around 3.5 to 4 meters.
About 4 meters. So you could easily
Yes, sir.
handpick them.
Yes, sir. We can easily handpick them. It's not necessary for mechanical.
I see.
harvesting.
I see. So, I mean, it's an amazing thing that this is all 100% organic and everything is done by people's hand.
Yes.
And I can't wait to taste the coffee once it's all mature and once we could produce our own coffee. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much for showing me around the Coffee
Thank you so much
Nursery.
for interacting with me.
Definitely. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
That's
The
all.
company is hoping to produce about 120.5 metric tons of coffee in the first harvest, which will be at the end of 2013. Today, we're traveling to Sangye. I'm in a Bolero taxi, and this is quite a ride. It's really bumpy, and can't wait to get to Sangye because, wow, this is awesome. So I've just reached Sangye, and what's amazing is electricity has just reached here, so people are working really hard to get the poles up and all the power lines up so their houses could be lit up. We just saw a group of people carrying this big transformer. I'm not sure what it is, but it has to do something with electricity. So they're working really hard, and this is gonna definitely improve the community. All you guys watching, all you kids watching this, appreciate that little light that you have in your house and save energy, because just look at this. Look how hard people have to work just to get your house lit up. So always be aware whenever you're using light. Turn off your lights when you're not using it, because this is how hard your parents or your citizens, your people had to work to get that electricity. That long flat house is my base camp, and my journey and exploration of Sangye has just started. It's probably going to take me about maybe an hour to reach there. I mean, it looks close from here, but I'm sure you have to snake around just to get there. But I can't wait to go down there and see what Sangye village has to offer. From one end to the other end of Samtse Dzongkhag, I finally reached the home of the Doyops. This place is the perfect place for me to get my fill of the rustic slice of culture that I usually crave for every time I travel. Wow, these houses are really beautiful. This is what the essence of simplicity really is. This is amazing. Sangye is a beautiful village, and as soon as you descend down the mountain to enter the village, it's as if literally stepping into a living museum. Nothing has changed here. Everything is as pristine as one can hope to find in terms of finding the real Doyop ways. People seem quite shy and reluctant to converse, as I'm sure visitors are quite a rare sight. One thing that is quite apparent is that this community is not wealthy, and one can immediately tell because the people here have to struggle to live a comfortable life.
Check this guy out. This guy is having the time of his life. He's really comfortable up there. That's a happy chicken.
It's a quiet village with few children busy and engrossed in their own activity. Small tiny houses with straw roofing still packs the side of the mountain, creating little bundles of community.
So I'm really interested about the Doyak people, so I'm gonna go meet a young student who will tell me more on the Doyak people.
As eager as I am to meet the young student, darkness has engulfed the daylight. So I rest for the night and decide to meet the young student early next morning at first light.
Kuzang po pala na mo?
Kuzang pula sir.
Tingalu Doyak gi ko le atilam na me tugus.
Las sir. Kuzang pula kahaming pendil lam to ka lo it kal susum nim lak yang. Ka lo to kuchu jigmin na ba ka ilo duhu na ka ilo doya to sai kam hinga ka doya ba. Kai doya ke de yu kanangan su yang dik ka te ka eng ka se ka tung ka mato yu it ge ka na ka pink le show cha ge nga pa joan. Kai kayu ka ucak to jato long jarah kirse ram kotin na jo hamato kai gunsum chalum chong kati cholen chalum chong ro tan kona ro usah tang kona kong kapa ana na nyure pelle nyure nono I pa top kona alam che ka ke ang chalum chong ha pel itle ni le jo ko kita ka guem guimi karin e kapaan kai jigmising ke wang chunang so ha pu ngan ningka kim likal li pu mi tangpu na kai henang ina yang mato yo he su ngan di yang mato em nang yui ka nang kai yui ka su che ka tu mi ngan kai ba em pihmi kona detar ola soko jomi koke yang darayana na pia kona kai lak tam lap mi yang darayana pia ka tahi di ma hem lak tam lap mi nang wangalah na ngan kilo ngan kisu dik mi ngan su loh bumi le yang sota kona ka ta yang wewing tang mi ka hem tang hitu to no ana na ka hem lak tam lap ka rijik na lak tam lap la rijik hem gori kirmi tukpu le bean ba Tinga nafi cetawa umidi mapachora ngi te ngasi gati sin ge kap sin ge ika ya ni simpu zumane zum chena joda khalap ni dang dile an disugi kolle mashila ani pichalap na heppe di tinga si kaga develop ni na mi bom lu kisep ga develop ni di kolle gara simidala ani bendinga thoki dingoila yentin din de ngasi di junior longse mewa din yentin di yewa sin di twetela dinga si junior longse basin di namchi chero au ku barang tu ladi ngachi yenten gi ngachi masi che gang ti de yenten di ngachi ragi anan ti mala ne benji la to ti moila ngan atro wa chu che guna atra tar ya na bibin guru na tata ngoni la tahindi mangka chu pang he nang wangala padon em pi minang wangala pado tapi lucia majula da ani gang sin sidi dengan si digasya masih beda bala tata ni gadi tau ina dan dikip disuga de kiu na gadi de ina masih beda de nahi namlo diktu chutam na le ani tharayan myo ashidu jong mo chuchogi na ise disu de yam chu image no de chip disu ya le jing de masidu jawa jimi de disu ya le ani medam disu ya le jing ga charo be idea ni chu masih na Moklar tari di lela di moklar rero ni ja chami stop mila moklar chita da di nim ni di si mila lalu gi nim chi da chena jo mila an chu di fento mi email asule da to lo si jo ni di asle fento mi da asle di asle fento mi mes na mila jam tadi ama be ani ka duhu guto ka het mi gaya ono ka lu pa mi le gayang lu he lu na yung ka taka gai taka doya ka lu ten mi le ka ga he to han nu doya ka lu pa la ka taka pecho yang mala kona ka taka no sam yang ko lu le ga el ta jong mi lo ge ma ge de hemang asi ika na ani busti den wala dile ani busti lo chenga lamda din ma indian side jo bumchewa jo de bumchewa jo jo be dile bumche matwa de lo halak dilanson ba dile bumche dile bumlok bangom be dile bumlok bang dile bumdi na lok male agi jo dile alo chi cham chikini wala dile kebi lok na bangom da di bumdi di lam kalau do bumdi ani zum imme metela la danga ni be di imme le bumdi gi la belo la chip che de juchu go be se de juchu ni se dile ani chuna na ji de di chugi na na la ya sam la modi de dong cham ste se ani chu imme de sa de dile ani bumdi gi alo di gi ani bus di de nga si doy me ba ani dup di me la me ba agi ti sugi dile nga ani alo di gi la belo la de nga gi ai din de inden na la dile nga la din ani disu beuda din dile rimdo disu tamda nga ai ngai gi ai gi la disu gi rimdo disu tango ma palera ani zu benis lab dadi dile na afa digi dim ikto gu na le ani zu be ikto be jojo imela jun doya mi he to sai ka hanu kain doya pa angan lo he kipi una nang 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 el ka nuwa ye kami mi pa kai lo doya sai ka ko tala tu kai ga yui ka nang ngan no sam el mi ke mi olla ka ka ta ka yui ka de het la yam ma kai kai ta ka yui ka nang ta jong mi ko fa la ka ka ta ka yui ka che mi tu mi yui ka ka ta ma da ta ka ta ga
Hope is what keeps human beings always pushing forward, trying to reach new heights, and I have high hopes in Peldon to keep the Doyop ways alive, but at the same time achieving her dreams.
The sunrise here in Mani Dorka is quite a sight. I woke up really early in the morning just to catch the sun rising, and this is a wonderful way to start my day and go explore Mani. What's really interesting about this structure is that inside the structure is that it contains these pile of stone called stupa built by the Doyops. And if this stupa gets damaged in any way, hailstorm and bad weather would occur here. And that's why they built this structure, to protect the stupa inside. And another amazing thing is the name Mani actually comes from this very stupa. Mani means a place to believe in, which is quite a wonderful thing.
The place really makes you believe in all the good things in life. And I must say, some of the greatest things in life usually are the simple things in life. A home, loving family, and having enough to eat. Mani Doraka definitely seems like a perfect place to live a simple life. The land is quite fertile, and all sorts of vegetables seem to thrive here. Definitely no need to worry about having enough to eat here. Children are happy with huge smiles on their face, and people, well, most people, tend to live in big, gorgeous summer homes.
So people and money are mostly dependent on agriculture, poultry, and livestock for their daily necessities.
But the main reason I have come to Doroha is to experience and spend a typical day with my host family. But first, as I hike up the hill to my host family's home, the abundant presence of bamboo has inspired me to act out a samurai scene.
So in Mani Dorcha, there's about 300 people and about 40 households. And I'm gonna go visit my host family who will show me how to make gundruk. Namaste.
नमस्कार नमस्कार
Namaste.
आउनुहोस् म पर्खेर बसेको छु
As soon as I enter the kitchen, I'm met with the sight, sound, and smell of a warm, cozy kitchen, and that slightly smoky atmosphere created from the handmade mud stove, and the only light source gently glimmering from that one open window immediately reminds me of something quite familiar, and immediately thought of my grandma in Hunsi, who I know for sure is doing the same thing at this moment in her kitchen.
Gundruk could be made with 3 different ingredients, really. This particular one is radish leaves. You could also make it with lettuce and mustard plant. But today we're going to be using the radish leaves, which Auntie is going to be making a delicious meal out of. So Auntie's going to be making 2 different types of dishes from this radish leaf gundrung. One of them is going to be stew type with nice gravy. And the other one obviously is the gundruk atsara. And this is pickled goodness.
गुन्द्रुक सिन्की मिठो बनाउने चाहिँ टमेटो रस लगायो भने चाहिँ कोही रस खाने हुन्छ कोही फ्राई खाने हुन्छ यता अचार विचार छ भने रस लगायो भने राम्रो.
So basically what Auntie does is she fries onions, tomatoes, and dole karsani, the really hot pepper, with the gundruk, which is washed, and they put the starch water that comes out of the rice to make the gravy, and they boil it. First fry those ingredients, and then they cook it through, and you get this nice saucy dish. And she also says tomato is pretty much the best friend when you're cooking gundruk like this. And I'm sure this is going to taste really good. And I can just smell it and just can't wait to taste it. This is, I'm already hungry just thinking about it. It's more like a soup type of dish. Almost stew, I guess, stew type, with the main ingredient being gundrung. And I can imagine, especially in the cold months, this would be a delicious, warm dish to have when it's cold outside. I'm ready to enjoy this delicious meal made out of gundruk, the star ingredient in this wonderful lunch. I'm here with my host family, and I'm ready to dig in. Taste is similar to our Bhutanese loma, the dried turnip leaves. It's very similar to it. This is really good. So tonight I have the rare opportunity of listening to one of the most popular musicians here in Mani Dorkha, and they usually perform in weddings, and I just can't wait to hear their aesthetic musical talent.
I was expecting to spend a typical, normal time with my host family, but starting with a special lunch, I am then treated to a night of wonderful music. I couldn't ask for anything more, as I was personally treated to this music known as Nomati Baja, the same music performed at the royal wedding by the same musicians. How cool is that? Once the music fully kicked in, dancing soon followed. Seeing this little girl dancing, I also felt the need to show off my dancing skills. I thought this night couldn't get any better, yet there was still more installed for me. I am asked to change into their traditional clothing known as dakatopi to participate in something very special. So I eagerly put on my dakatopi and prepare myself for something that I know will be uniquely special.
I got my Darosira on, Dakatopi, and I'm going to be attending my first kirtan, a religious ceremony where all the villages have gathered, and this is going to be a lot of fun with music and dancing. I can't wait.
This is called kirtan, a ceremony praying to the higher beings with singing and dancing. But more than appeasing the gods, I was amazed of how this ceremony brought together all the extended family in one single room to enjoy the songs and the dance. I enjoyed myself so much that this was a perfect way to end the night, along with my discoveries of Samtse Zongkhag.
Oh, there you are. So Dorkha has been such a beautiful experience. The culture itself is amazing. Starting from the food and this religious ceremony and the music, it's been amazing. And Samtse in general is such a beautiful experience. I'm going back to dancing.
Travel in many ways could be described as an accumulation of unexpected adventures in the long, arduous journey of one's life. Particular adventures can sometimes be very pleasant and other times quite disagreeable with one's own preconceived notion of a particular journey. But one important thing to remember is to let go of all the constraints that we unnecessarily put on ourselves and live, taste, experience, feel, touch, and see what the world has to offer. It is by experiencing both pleasant and unpleasant journey that teaches you not of the world, but of the self. It is, after all, ultimately a discovery of the self. One needs to fully understand and love oneself, and only then can one completely reciprocate the same level of love to others. Samtse is one of those Zongkhags where I not only learned many things about the people of Samtse, it was more of a journey to discover my strengths and my shortcomings. So until next time, in another Zongkhag, goodbye.